This is Tom Doody, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. Key Lockerbie witness Tony Gauci dies in Malta. Tony Gauci witness in the Lockerbie trial. Gauci, said to have sold Megrahi clothing from his store in Malta, a Maltese shopkeeper whose evidence helped convict Abdelbaset Al-Megrahi of the Lockerbie bombing, has died, the BBC has learned. Tony Gauci in Malta died in Malta of natural causes. A retired senior police officer involved in the case told BBC. Gauci, said to have sold Megrahi clothing found wrapped around the bomb which killed 270 people on board flight Pan Am 103. Which had blown up in 1988. Doubts have been raised about his reliability. Convicted in 2001, before being flown to Scotland to serve his sentence, Megrahi maintained his innocence until his death in 2012. The Libyan lost one appeal against his conviction in 2002. 5 years later, the Scottish Criminal Cases Reviewed Commission ruled that there were 6 grounds for a second appeal. Abdelbaset Al-Megrahi was convicted of 270 counts of murder. The commission questioned the evidence regarding the date in which the prosecution said the clothes were bought from Gauci's shop. It also said that the evidence which cast doubt on Gauci's identification, Megrahi had not been made available to the defense. A breach of rules designed to ensure a fair trial. In particular, it said there was evidence that 4 days before he identified Megrahi, Gauci had seen a photograph of him in the magazine article about the bombing. There have also been questions that have raised about money reported to have been paid to Gauci in connection with his participation in the inquiry. November 2013, the Crown Office said no witness was offered any inducement by the Crown or Scottish police before and during the trial, and there is no evidence that other law enforcement agencies offered such an inducement. The plane exploded over Scotland town of Lockerbie. The retired officer spoke of Gauci's great honesty, integrity, and bravery in the face of constant threats as a result of the evidence he gave. In 2014, Scotland's top prosecutor, Lord Advocate Frank Mulholland, reaffirmed his belief that Megrahi is guilty. He said no Crown Office investigator or prosecutor had ever raised concern about the evidence used to convict him. The Pan Am flight exploded over Lockerbie in the south of Scotland on December 21st, 1988, as well as 259 people on board the aircraft. 11 residents of Lockerbie died on the ground as a result of a giant fireball as the plane crashed to the ground. The Scottish government released Megrahi on compassionate grounds in 2009 after he was diagnosed with terminal cancer and given 6 months to leave. He returned to Libya, where he died May of 2012. This has been Tom Doody, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.